Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video today I'll be sharing some tips that worked for me when I was doing A levels as an English student, right? So this video will be something very special because this is one of the most requested video from you guys. So the first thing I have to tell you is that I'm not perfect, I'm not a genius. Actually, I got a C pass for English and I did my A levels in 2022 and I could get a score of 1.7330 and my district rank was 90, right? So I'm just sharing my experience because you guys asked me to share. Okay, so anyway, today we will be discussing 5 tips that I've been using when I was doing my A levels as an English student. So tip number 1 is for remembering all the quotations in our literary text, all the recommended literary texts that we are studying in A levels, right? So when I was going through your comments, the thing I've noticed is that you guys are struggling a lot with quotations, right? How to remember them, how to use them. So when I was doing my A levels, the thing I did was I was trying to use all the direct quotations. Okay, paraphrasing was something really hard for me. Actually, it was really hard. Actually, I didn't have a perfect idea about how to use paraphrasing while I'm answering the questions. So I used direct quotations, right? So direct quotations is something really worked for me. Okay, now I'll show you actually how I did it. So this is the anthropology that I used when I was doing my A levels, and in my book I have done all the annotations here. As you can see, all the annotations are here and I have highlighted the necessary things. And yeah, when it comes to remembering quotations, actually I wrote them separately and did by heart them. That was the only tip I've used. Yeah, so this is how I've used my anthropology to put all the notes, because this is something really easy. I mean, when you have 1001 notes and you have to go through them one by one, it's really hard. And when the teacher is teaching you, you can just analyze the poem here. You can just write all the things here and you can take notes, put annotations, highlight, underline and everything. So this is how I did that. Yeah, that's all about the annotations and the quotations. Right, so the next thing we will be discussing is that the tip number 2, that is about the past papers. So when it comes to past papers, I did all of them when my class teacher asked me to do. That was the first time I've touched the past papers, right? Anyway, when it comes to past papers, the thing that I was struggling personally, this is something personal, is that the timing. I don't know about the others. It was really hard for me to, to allocate the necessary amount of time for each question. Normally, we are getting only 2 hours to complete our literature paper, right? We have a literature paper and a language paper. So in the literature paper, it was really hard for me to allocate only 15, I guess, yeah, only 15 minutes, right? Only 15 minutes to each contextual answer. So when I was doing past papers, I basically focused on that because that was the weak point that I've been struggling with, right? Then when it comes to the essay type answers, it was like, yeah, as I remember, between 11 and 13, that was the range I have scored in all the term tests. It was between 11 or 13, between those two. That was the range that I was scoring. And in the last term test, I got 71 marks for English, and I thought that I would get a B, at least a B, but I ended up getting a C pass. Anyway, now I'm much convinced with that, because now anyhow I've got to the place that I was planning to go, right? I was studying really hard, and I think you know that as English students we know that how hard it is to get even a C pass, right? Anyway, now I'm happy with my results. Even after whole 2 years, yeah, nearly 2 years, 2 or 3 years, yeah, 3 years, still I'm happy with my results. Yeah, that's how I did past papers. Always try to do them with the clock, I mean with a timer. Okay, always try to time your answers, right? Otherwise, when you are doing your literature paper, it will be a huge problem, right? So that's all about doing past papers. And the tip number 3, and the most important thing, is that the structure of your answer. Okay, this is something related with the contextual answers mainly, because the essay type answer we can compose it anyway, I mean in our own style. But when it comes to the contextual answer, as teachers say, it should be limited to 1.5 page, right? Nearly 1.5 page, and it should be structured. I mean, you have followed the structure of the paper. The teachers say, right? Normally, the teachers, especially the school teachers, they are strict with the marking. They are whenever they mark the papers, they say that you have to follow this structure. Okay, as I remember, you have to first you need to identify the quotation or the context that you have been given, and then identification, theme, situation, character, plot. It goes something like that. If I could, I'll put it here. When I'm editing the video, I'll put it here. Right, so that is something important. I think that is important because in the marking, they will be very strict with this, because they get whole lot of papers to mark, and if you are writing the most important things of your answer at the end of the answer, sometimes the person who is marking your paper would have fed up of it when he or she arrives at the end, right? So that is something problematic, right? So always try to follow the structure that you've been taught by your teachers, right? When it comes to me, I did my A-levels in Mahamaya. So there, our teacher, she was steadily telling us that you have to follow this, you have to do this. Otherwise, I'm not going to mark your answers. Like that, she was threatening us actually, but it was good. Yeah, you have to follow the structure. Right. So tip number four is that the extra resources that I've used. Okay, so when it comes to literature, you can use all the resources from internet, or the teachers from tuition classes, anywhere, right? So when it comes to the resources that I've used for English, this will be something very actually I like this, okay, because when it comes to poetry, this book, I think you guys have seen this before. If not, please go to a bookshop, Sarasavi or Gunasena or Sivali, anywhere. You can find this book. It's by Ananda Piris. This is someone well known, right? I have heard this name even before I got this book. So it has all the, I mean, it has the analysis of the poem. When it comes to each poem, it contains the analysis and a long description about the author and the literary techniques and everything. So if you are sitting for A-levels for the second time, I mean if you are doing the second shy, or if you are self-studying, if you are not attending to any classes, this will be, I'll recommend this as something good, right? And as I noticed, many of the comments, you have asked how to improve the writing. Okay, okay, I'm really honest with my statement here. So my writing was not perfect. Okay, you guys can understand, right? Because I have faced the same situation when I was doing A-levels. So my writings, they were not perfect. They were not very, Shakespeare level. Okay, so I was just an average student, and yeah, I had to do something to improve my writings. So in the tuition class that I've attended, the teacher said me that you have something called research papers. Okay, I'm repeating it, research papers, right? If you haven't heard of this, please try to find them online. Okay, so I'll show you some research papers that I've been using. So this is something called research papers, right? So maybe a professor or someone has written something about the particular literary text or the novel or the poem or the short story drama that we are studying. Okay, this is something about Nectar in a Sea. Okay, the novel that I did. So they have written something, they have done an analysis about the poem or the novel or the whatever it is, and by reading this type of papers you will be exposed to new type of ideas. I mean, it's free, right? I mean, we are free to express our own ideas within our answers, right? So if your class teacher or if your subject teacher is not allowing you to express your own ideas, please don't even think about using these resources. Okay, I'm warning you. Okay, this is a warning. Please don't try to use them. If you have to stick to what she or he has taught you, please don't use them. So this is something, this is a kind of research papers that I've used. Okay, yeah, all of them are from the, yeah, all these are from the, yeah, about the novel. Okay, about Rukmani and all, Nectar in a Sea, right? So by reading them, you can improve your writing style, the way you address the question, and also you can get exposed to new ideas. Okay, so this is something I used. Right, now we have come to the end of our video, and now we will be discussing the tip number 5 is that you have to analyze yourself throughout this journey, right? That is something really important that I did when I was doing my A levels, when I was doing English, right? Because I started around, yeah, I started nearly from 60 marks or something, and by the end of the 2.5 years, I ended up at 71 marks. Okay, so I have improved. I have got 11 marks in addition, right? I mean, I have improved up to from 60 to 71, right? So that's something important that you can do, right? Whenever you are sitting for an exam or term test, you can analyze your marks, you can write them down somewhere. Okay, if your school is not giving you record books or something, so just take a book, a diary or something. You can just write down your marks and you can analyze them, and whenever you get your papers back, you can try, I mean, you can go through them and you can try analyzing your marks. Yeah, why did I get this mark for this particular question, right? You can just go through it and you can just analyze your marks, and if possible you can take it to some other teacher, or maybe the teacher that you are attending for tuition classes or somewhere. You can take it to her or him, and you can double check the paper and ask why I got this mark, and how can I improve my writing and all. Okay, so I think this video will be important for you, and you got the answers that you've been expecting. If not, please put a comment in the comment section. The comment section is always for you. You can drop a comment there and ask all the questions that you are struggling with. I'm trying my best to answer all your questions, and don't forget, we have our Para Lovers group here, my WhatsApp channel actually. I'll pin my link there in the first comment. I'll try to put it there, and you can join by clicking on the link. And yeah, that's all about how I managed my my studying, the way I studied English. Okay, that was, I think I covered all the necessary things, and yeah, that's all about it. And now I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to do another video. If you want me to do some other videos, I'll be doing them. Yeah, so see you guys soon, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Okay, then bye.